Oh my god, we're finally not 6. Boing, 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 boing. You know when you're sick and you can't breathe and you're like, this is the end as I know it, and I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I still have a little bit of congestion and a tiny little bit of a cough, but I'm out into the world and no longer horizontal for days on end. I watched so much TV, I watched so much YouTube, I spent so much time scrolling that this week I'm like at capacity for scrolling and like intaking media. So I'm like, let's do whimsy things. Let's go out into the world and be creative and create things. And then I was like, wait, I should take you along with me. It's day 3 of not consuming media, and I'm ready to like refresh and wash the living room sheets and just fully zhuzh her up. And then I am working on redoing my bathroom. Okay, so you know I have trouble sleeping. If you're new here, hi. Lost my dad to Alzheimer's, but also lots of other traumatic things, including just evolving in my own identity and realizing that I am inherently valuable as a human. Be careful doing this healing work, y'all, because you're gonna like evolve your identity. And in my case, I just outgrew my whole entire life. I outgrew my corporate job. I outgrew every single friendship and relationship I had. Part of that was like outgrowing the relationship with my dad, and there's much more nuance within that. But anyways, I have trouble sleeping because I've outgrown my whole entire life, and I'm not exactly sure what this next chapter of my life entails. I feel like I'm still getting a footing in this new identity that I am embodying. And so with that comes a lot of grief. That's why I said, be careful healing and like be careful knowing your worth, because you might just develop some type of insomnia where you wake up every night at like 3-4 in the morning sweating, panting, racing thoughts. So that was me last night, and I figured if I redo my bathroom space to make it more serene and spa-like, I'm reading this new book, Food Therapy, and I'm a part of his book club, which is also the first day of the book club today. And he mentions in the book that signaling safety to your body is actually leaning into pleasure, because when you lean into pleasure, it's kind of on this like parallel path with safety. So when you feel tension in your body, breathe into it. And then he's like, look at something that brings you pleasure. So I'm like, wait, if I transform my bathroom in my bedroom, you know, the one that I like shower, brush my teeth in for the most part at nighttime, if I make that into like a spa-like serene space and it gives me lots of pleasure, maybe that'll help me sleep. I also just ordered an 8 Sleep. I've been sitting on it for a while. If you don't know, 8 Sleep is like this mattress topper, and then it measures your heart rate, how deep you're sleeping, and your body temperature, and then it automatically adjusts your mattress to the temperature that you need. And obviously when I'm waking up in a sweat from a nightmare, recently it hasn't really been too terrible of nightmares anymore. It's more so just I'm still having that like cortisol shot at like 3-4 in the morning and I'm waking up sweating. I'm like, maybe this $3,000 mattress topper can help cool my body so that I'm not waking up as sweaty. Maybe it'll help me with not waking up. I don't know. There's a 30-day trial process. So what the hey, I bit the bullet last night and got it. There's a little sale on it. Something about it was like, oh, it's over $3,000. That's too much. I'm not going to get it. All of a sudden there's like a little bit of a sale and it's like $2,800. And I'm like, oh, I can get that. That's no big deal. So I got that. And then I also ordered this like infrared mat because I've been having back issues. Again, I don't know if it's the tension from all the emotional trauma, or I've been like working out more and my recovery isn't as quick because my immune system and my nervous system were shot these past couple of years. And that was like $650. Again, there's like a cute little like $50 coupon and I'm like, oh, it's on sale, we can buy it. But there's a 90-day trial return process for that. Free shipping, free return. So I was like, let's try these things. I'm giving it my all to try and get a good night's rest. Nothing beats a good night's rest. And I haven't really had that consistently in years. So my creative projects for today. I hope this inspires you to do some whimsical thing out there. We're doing a book club. virtual book club. We're gonna make smash burgers at home. Hi, babe. We have In-N-Out at home. And I need to redeem myself because in that last Persian cooking feast, probably like a month ago or something, I said, this is how you cook. This is how you caramelize onions. Burnt the shit out of those onions. Now I've learned how to actually caramelize onions, so I'll show you how my redemption arc. Hello, cooking is a process. And then I'm working on this artwork for my bathroom. Okay, let me show you. Look at this gorgina. So these butterflies were attached to a black background with some like tarot cards. And I was just like, I'm not really in my tarot. I'm not really in that space anymore. And it was on the black background. It was so dark. I feel like my bathroom just wasn't giving the spa vibe that I wanted. And then I have all these like fake flowers around my house anyway. So I just started cutting them up. And I have these like box of crystals too, because I used to be super into crystals. And I'm like, I'm not really that into them anymore, but like, let me create art with it. Okay. So I got a hot glue gun. I'm gonna hot glue that down. That's gonna be one of my little whimsy projects. We're gonna shred some onions, but first things first, this is the living room. She's got her heated blanket situation to bake and roast, the chickie that I am. And I am not sick anymore, and I'm not on my period anymore. So let's do a load of laundry and wash all of this stuff so that it can be refreshed. Let's shred an onion so that I can caramelize it. I'm going to caramelize it while the book club is going, because the book club's going to be an hour, and caramelizing your onions takes like 45 minutes now that I've learned. And then I also got a hot glue gun so we can start gluing down my new bathroom artwork. Do something whimsy. You can't be watching TV all the time. You feel bad, your back hurts, you have tension, you don't know who you are, you're consuming too much. There is a time and a space to consume and be like constricted and intake, and then there's a time to like come out of it and be expansive and create. I also have a paint by numbers kit, but I'm not going to get into that because I'm really focused on creating this like bathroom artwork and gluing all those pieces down. I have no idea. I've never created something like this before, so I have no idea how I'm going to glue it all down, but it's going to be a journey we're going to figure out together. And I just want to encourage you. I want to inspire you. Do something creative. Do a little painting. Do a little doodling. You know, if worst comes to worst, you don't have a budget for anything creative in your life right now, cooking is creative, baking is creative, singing, dancing, get a little notepad and just doodle. Just draw. When was the last time you gave yourself a blank piece of paper to just do whatever you wanted on it? I feel like the older you get, you start to get like ching, 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 ching. You start to get like compressed, especially if you graduate and you go into a corporate job. They're like, ching! They try to like chain you into what they call like the rat race or the dog race. Bitch, we are not rats over here. We are not dogs over here, okay? You don't need to be constricted and constrained like that. I am fortunate and privileged enough that I got to leave the corporate world, but even if you don't get to leave the corporate world and you're still stuck, but you know that you hate it, you need to create pockets in your life of expression and freedom and let the creativity pour through you. We're all creative beings. We were all created, you know? The little sperm, the little egg come together and they created you and they created me. And we are just these creators, and we have this like innate pull and desire to keep creating. So don't let the modern world or your life or whatever it is make you forget that. And if you do, it's okay. We forget here and there, and I'm here to remind you. So let's refresh so that we can be creative. It's nice to set the scene too. I'm gonna pull out these heated blankets. Ooh, girl. Oh my gosh. And speaking of creative, I'm also taking a dance class tonight. A dance and heels class. I haven't been in a while because I've been sick, but also I just haven't been feeling very creative. There are moments, there are cycles of constriction and expansion. Don't be too worried if you're in a constriction right now and you're like, oh my God, this girl's telling me to create, but I'm just not feeling it. It's okay. It'll come. Your expansion time will come. Your creative time will come. This is just a reminder to be whimsy and how I'm being whimsy. Does this need to be washed? Yeah. When it doesn't smell like the organic lemon lavender essential oil that I use, I'm like, it's time to be washed. All right, let's do all of this to be washed. Also, if you are like if you happen to be shopping for a new dryer and washing machine, let me tell you, LG doesn't make great dishwashers, but they make fabulous, elite washer and dryer. I don't know what the model is, but take a little quick peek at what she's giving and get yourself that, because these are elite. And then I also get the little storage things that they sit on, so they're a little bit higher, so you're not breaking your back and putting your discs into action by trying to get in and out your laundry. I kind of just gotta put you on to what I use for my laundry. Honey, I recently got into sanitizer. The thing about also going through traumatic things and then healing, your body gets stinky. I used to never be stinky gal, but all of a sudden you get attacked, you get violated, you file a restraining order against your own father, and you start to get stinky. And I heard that you get stinky because your body is trying to expel the excess like cortisol and toxins within you. So I started using laundry sanitizer and it works really well. I use this and I get into her. This is like a powder, clean, you just use a little scoop. I get the peppermint flavor. I haven't tried the other flavor, the scent. I'm not ingesting this. Although sometimes when I do pour it into like the big jar that I have, I do feel like I'm inhaling it. But she's clean ingredients and she cleans my laundry as well. So this is what's going in the laundry. And if you're like me and you just like throw all your laundry stuff together and you're like, I can't be bothered to separate the whites and the whatnot, they make these like color catcher sheets. So if you're scared about your colors mixing, just throw in one of these sheets and it absorbs all the color. And then for the drying situation, I have these dryer balls. I use 2 of these dryer balls, and then I get these essential lavender droppers. And when it goes a little bit down, I'll add in a full little pack, like a 1 ounce lemon lavender. You can like make your own aromatherapy, and then I put a full dropper. I split the dropper, half on this ball and half on the other ball, and then that's what I use for drying. And my laundry comes out delicious, organic, clean. I'm a bit of a clean freak, so I wanted to put you all on. And I feel like I really am entering a new season. I mean, the weather's changing. We're like summer mode activated. I'm a little bit late on changing my bag, but I did finally changed my bag from the black Loewe tote to this. Oh, I've been eyeing her forever, and I'm so happy that I have her and I'm gonna use her. I don't care that it's summer and this is like more of a spring, into spring color. I'm gonna be using her, girl. She suits me well. Okay, now while the laundry is going, perfecto, let's get into shredding these onions before I caramelize them, because the book club is in a half an hour and I kind of want to do a little bit of hot glue gunning my stuff to see how it's going to work before then. But I also, once the book club starts, I kind of want to just be caramelizing the onions. So my go-to hack for caramelizing onions, I'm just gonna have to put you down a little bit. You gotta get yourself one of these. One of these little shredder things is gonna shred your onions so skinny for you. And if you don't want your eyes to be crawling, where are your eyes going, girl? Where your eyes to be crying as you shred an onion, leave the back end on and cut your onion in half this way. Apparently when you cut down this way, it like releases some type of chemical. I don't know, there's like some type of thing that's what makes you cry. But anyways, I'm gonna be using this and just shred my onion. See if I can get it going. Is it going? And then if it's, I think this is too thin, so then you can like move this and make it bigger. Just all the way. The only downside is that you can't put this in the washer. At least the one I got, you can't put it in the washer. Ooh, we are sweating an onion. Have to be careful though, don't clip your finger. Oh, you know what? They don't want you to clip your finger either, so they actually give you this so that you can, whatcha, look at that, and then get into shredding. Look at how quick this is. Oh, so much faster. Clip in here. Oh my gosh, what a creative video today, y'all. I'm so excited for these smash burgers. I did end up getting the Wagyu ground beef at Costco. I went to 2 different Costcos. They don't have the organic ground beef anymore. They only have the one in the big pack that looks a little scary, and then the other one, and then the Wagyu. And I was like, you know what? Wagyu sound kind of bouge. I do love a good Wagyu. I've never cooked with it. I've never brought the Wagyu in my house. I've only had it at restaurants. So, fuck it. We're gonna try. We're gonna try today. All right. Onions. Shredded. I'm gonna wash this immediately. I also got my sink fixed in case you were here for my last one where I was in a pissy, feminine rage ass mood. Like I said, there's a time and place for everything. And it's fixed. And also, have you ever had a hot plumber? Well, I've never had a plumber because it was always my dad doing like a less than mediocre job for all the plumbing. But I recently got a new plumber. He's the contractor that installed stuff at my house to begin with. He was giving silver fonts. I said, I don't mind, you know, as a plumber, if you bend over and I see your cracks. Matter of fact, do the job naked. We have our onions. I'm going to caramelize them on my cast iron skillet. Yeah. Yeah, girl, get into it. Yeah. I was surprised. I actually caramelized onions when I made smash burgers with my mom. It took 45 minutes. 45 minutes to get all dressed up. Ow. She only want a minute on that long. I'm going to do an element packet too because I'm feeling slightly dehydrated. Ooh, got the onion on my counter. I got these new element flavors, actually. I had been getting the watermelon for a long time, but then I've seen other flavors like citrus and raspberry. Love the raspberry more than I love the watermelon. They have a variety pack on Amazon. But I haven't tried the citrus flavor, so I'm going to do half a packet of this element packet. If you feel like I'm drinking water, why do I still have a headache? Girl, baby, you probably need some electrolytes, honey. Honey. And I feel like if you don't get good sleep too, you maybe, at least I'm trying to like compensate with being more hydrated. So let's do a little taste test of this one. I just do half, unless you're like really dehydrated. Some days I do need a full packet, but most days I just do half. In this house, we're not drinking cold water. We're drinking Winshray, which is like 3/4 hot water, 1/4 cold water out of the fridge. And then it's like a little bit warmer than room temperature, but it just feels better on my insides. Okay, let's try this. I don't really like the smell of it. Raspberry is my favorite. I think if I had to list them, it would go raspberry, then watermelon, then citrus. This one just has like a little bit of a artificial orange taste, and not the good kind like Sunny D either. Like a Tropicana orange. If you like Tropicana orange juice, citrus element might just be for you, but it's not for me. I really like the raspberry. Okay, now I know. I like the raspberry flavor. Now I can get into it. All right. Now I'm going to keep hydrating. We have a good like 20 minutes to start gluing things down before my book club starts and I caramelize my onions at the same time. Okay, I just went and got this glue gun today because I don't have a glue gun. I feel like the last time I worked with a glue gun, I was a child at my father's house before he got locked up. So I got a low temperature glue gun because I'm working with fake flowers, delicate butterflies. I read my little instructions. It said to place the little kickstand on, never lay it on its side, and then let it heat up for 5 minutes with the glue in there. So I'm letting it do that. And then I'm just like thinking, what in the world are we going to start gluing first? Yesterday I was gluing with
E6000, which is like an industrial type glue. And like this did end up sticking, but it was kind of hard to get these two to stick together. You can kind of tell there's like a little bit of the glue like stained in there. So I'm gonna try and like cover that up with a hot glue gun. But I'm thinking maybe I work on this section first since this is already glued down. This isn't, but I'm kind of nervous, but we'll just experiment and get messy and then figure it out if it needs to be figured out from there. Okay, I guess I'll just update you later. I feel like I need to like lock in, to try and glue gun. And maybe I'll see you during book club when I'm caramelizing my onions. Or if not, I'll update you after book club and maybe we'll eat together. Maybe we'll have lunch together once my smash burgers are ready. Because the caramelizing the onion part takes 45 minutes. The actual smash the burger part takes 2 minutes each side. So it's super quick. I'll see you later. Wish me luck glue gunning, hot gluing. Oh, honey, I created my art project. I'll show you that later. I need to show you I made my smash burgers during the book club. Love the book club, by the way. We'll debrief you more. Look at my... Oh, you can't even see nothing. Look at that! She said we have an In-N-Out at home. And do, honey. If you're going to get into some pickles, get into these sweet and spicy ones. They're so good. Okay, I'm going to devour this before it gets cold, but of course I was going to show you. I'm so going to be eating this for the next 3 days. I'll debrief you later. Oh my God, girl, cooking is a whole affair. I devoured that burger though. I literally scarfed it down in 5 minutes. I ate way too fast, but I was just so excited. And also I put 45 minutes to, I think an hour I put into caramelizing the onion. So I was like, just sucked it all in. It was so good. But cleaning's a whole affair because not only do you cook, or not cleaning's a whole affair, cooking is a whole affair. I'm already jumping to the next thing because not only do you cook and eat, then you clean, wipe down the counters, put away all the dishes, vacuum the floor. Like, very grateful to do it all. But after that, I said, God damn, that's a lot. Okay, now I want to show you my bathroom thing. The hot glue gun journey. Girl, ain't nothing to a hot glue gun but pure bliss. Especially low temp. Let me turn off the fan so it's not so noisy. I was so nervous for the, you can see a sneak peek of it. I was so nervous to hot glue. If you're nervous to hot glue, low temp hot glue, you won't burn your finger on it. And it literally, look at this. Okay, the lighting. Oh my God. Literally glued every gem, every little everything. I'm so obsessed. And this is what I'm doing to make my bathroom more serene and spa-like. I put a little drawer. I used to have this like 3, the plastic drawers. You've had them around since you were a kid. I used to have one of those like blocking here, and I feel like it made the pathway to the bathroom too narrow. But I got one of these off Amazon, super skinny, so you can put it on the side. I have a little tray on top. I'm thinking about putting like a little mint essential oil thing in there. And then also upgrading my bathroom, I got this huge oriental rug. Apparently, to make your bathroom luxurious, you want it to not look like a bathroom at all, so don't get any type of bath mats. I used to have like 2 bath mats here and here, but I also love to lay on the bathroom floor, and just having this huge rug is fabu. And then I also used to have a big like box here that had like my jewelry and my makeup, back to the days when I used to wear makeup and jewelry. Now it's overstimulating for me. But I started going to like luxury open houses, and in all the open houses, they just have a plant. And so if you want to make your bathroom spa luxurious, you have to make it not like a bathroom. So don't have all your things out. I mean, even if I could, I would like put these away, and I would put this away, and I wouldn't have my little phone here, but I just have my little light. I do still live here. I do still do my little lashes, and sometimes we shit and we need spray, and this is just out to remind me to use the hair oil, because if I put it in my drawer, I forget about it. So yes, I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with this. This was so much fun, and it brings me so much pleasure, and I'm so happy that every time I come to the bathroom and I look at this, I can be reminded of how much fun I had making this. And then also for the dance class tonight, I swear I don't like to think of the universe in terms of like a motherfucker that's rewarding and punishing, you know? But there are just some moments where like life flirts back with you and you're like, okay, I'm catching a vibe. The dance class that I booked tonight, they said if you leave a review after your class, you'll get another free class. I'm like, okay, sounds giving BOGO. And then same thing, I got the frame for that I got for that bathroom piece. It was like almost half off. It was originally $30, and when I went to go check out, it was $18. Same with this like new wreath that I got for my front doorway. Oh my gosh. Actually, I'm going to show you it because it's just so pretty. It was $60, and there wasn't a sign or anything that said half off. And I even said, I said $60, that's a bit steep, but I'm going to do it because it's super cute and you can use it over and over again. And then I checked out and it was only $30. Girl, please. I'm having a moment where life is flirting with me and I am enjoying her romance and flirtation. So I am gonna go on a little outdoor walk, get some outdoor time in. And then there's a new episode of The Boys, which by the time this vlog comes out, I think The Boys will be wrapped up, depending on how they end the season with how many episodes. But if it goes how the other seasons have gone, it's gonna be done. But I'm like, wait, I don't like to watch it at nighttime because it can be a little bit like gory and have heavier scenes. But I'm like, after the art project, after cooking, book club debrief. I'm so happy that I pre-ordered this book and I get to be a part of this free book club. It is so inspiring and beautiful to absorb this wisdom about how food can be seen as therapy. It's so interesting too. Girl, let me grab a seat for this. It's so interesting too how there's you know the pill, the shot to lose weight or whatever. There's therapy, like talk therapy. But he was like, no one talks about food as therapy, but food is something that most of us need every 3 to 4 hours. So why has no one dove in to the sector of food being therapy? And I just super love how he prefaced the book club and his own book. As he says, it's the book Food Therapy, and he literally says, I am not a guru, I am not an expert. We are all ever evolving and changing beings, and so what I say in this book in this point in time could change in 10 years, and I hope it does, because we're supposed to evolve. And so taking the information and filtering it through my own lens, and then really tuning into like, how am I embodying this information, how am I integrating into my life? And this first book club is a whole 2-month book club meeting every other week. It just covered the first 4 chapters. And what I took away, which was so inspiring, is just to notice. Do a little like 5-15 second check-in once a day. How is my body feeling? Am I feeling any tension? And then if I do have a craving or I do want a certain food, tuning in how I feel before, how I feel during, and how I feel after. Just quick little notices. And the best part about this first book club that I'm really absorbing is that's it. Just notice. You don't have to overanalyze. You don't have to put a story to it. You don't have to change it. It's just becoming consciously aware. And he says we are all unconscious alchemists. Every time we eat or we drink something, our body digests it. We don't think about it. We don't tell our body how to digest it, how to pull apart the different enzymes from the fat to the whatever. So how can we transform this unconscious alchemy that our body does and just bring more awareness to it and consciousness? And he was like, you are so much more than your body, but your body does need food and liquids to survive. And so transforming this relationship to just feel more empowered. And I also really liked how he said that fat is just stored energy. Anxiety is just energy to be expressed. And even he was talking about his own experience. Like, he used to binge eat. That was his background. And then he went like super healthy, you know, like nutritional yeast, gluten-free, yada, yada, whatever is like the holistic, organic, you know, clean eating, anti-inflammatory foods. But he was like, really, people were looking at me because I had lost a lot of weight. My skin was becoming clear. People looked at me and they said, oh my gosh, you're healed. You resolved that binge eating disorder you had. But he was like, really, it just transferred from super unhealthy foods to super healthy foods. But I wasn't looking at the parts of myself and the like trauma in my body that was anchoring into this like obsessive food thought. And he was saying like, I thought I just loved food and I thought I just got so much pleasure from food, but really food was just a temporary relief from things that I didn't want to address inside my body. And I was like, wow, this is so cool to learn about this, especially as me. I have a background of restrictive eating and starving myself for most of my life. I feel like most women, and hello, the whole like GLP-1 Ozempic haze, not phase, haze, feel like attributes to a lot of people starving themselves. I don't want to live a life where I starve myself creatively, intrinsically, food wise. Like, I'm just done. That's how I started this vlog. I was like, guys, you gotta stop putting yourself in a bubble. Like, you were the only one putting yourself in the bubble. The world does not put you in a bubble. You get to dictate the world because the world comes from you. Everything you see is inherently meaningless, and humans attach value to it and give it meaning. So same thing with food. I'm excited for this new like relationship with food that I can evolve. I used to see it as like good foods, bad foods, healthy foods, unhealthy foods, but I want to look at it for more of a holistic, not holistic, just a more like neutral lens. Like, I don't want to see a cupcake and be like, oh, I shouldn't eat the cupcake because the cupcake has sugar and it's not good for me, or it's gonna make me fat. But I also don't want to lean in to the other side, swing the other side of the pendulum, and be like, well, I'm just gonna eat it. I don't care what's in it. I want to take a step back and meet somewhere in the middle of like, okay, if my body wants a cupcake right now, if I have a craving for a cupcake right now, if I'm gonna eat this cupcake right now, like, why is my body, not why, because I don't want to be over analytical, but having this understanding of like, okay, maybe my body is craving this sugar, this stimulus, because it needs to transform quick energy. Because my body right now is just in a phase, it's in a state where it needs quick energy, and just having a more like compassionate lens with food. So I'll keep updating you on like my food journey. Maybe I did a body neutrality video at the beginning of this year, shifting my mindset, just trying on this perspective of like, oh, I'm not going to lean body positivity, because when you come from starving yourself and thinking that only small is beautiful, to swing the other way and be like, well, everybody is beautiful and everything, has a place. And it's also just not my truth. I look at some body types and I'm like, oh, that's not for me. I don't think that's beautiful. But body neutrality, boom, like the food meets in the middle and goes, okay, that's not for me. And also I can have the belief that that can be for someone else, and that person still does have a unique beauty. And if I'm not seeing it, that's okay. There's no like good or bad, right or wrong, heavy or light association with it. It's just coming at this place that's more neutral, more conscious, more evolved. Am I pushing the needle in human evolution? Feels like it. Okay, I'm gonna go on a walk. Maybe I'll do an updated video down the line once I like complete this book, finish the book club about food. But this video is about creativity, so I feel like a good walk in nature. Oh, that's the food. Adds on to the creativity, then I think I might watch my little show, The Boys. It's so creative. The plot line, the effects, everything in that show is super creative. And then I'll go to dance class and all. I don't know if I'll take you along for a dance class, because that's a lot. How am I supposed to film and learn to dance at the same time? You know what I mean? I'm not at that level yet of multitasking and filming that way. But we do take videos at the end of class, so maybe I'll insert that at the end. And that'll be it. I hope you get to do something creative for yourself, whether that's cooking, reading, going on a walk outside, and just looking up, looking at nature, looking into the clouds. Seriously, when was the last time you looked up and, played with your imagination and saw shapes in the cloud, or even looked at the different colors and just absorbed the colors, or do something bigger like a big art project? Maybe you want to redo your bedroom or your bathroom, and it doesn't have to be this big, monstrous, tear the walls out, put new flooring in, and be like, oh, I put a little candle here, or I put a little color there. Just something. Be creative. Feed your inner artist. I think as a collective, we're starving. And we can see that physically in people shrinking down to the bone. But I think also creatively, I think when you starve yourself physically, it's not just physical. It's like emotional, it's mental, it's that creativity. And I think the world could use more color and more creativity. So I hope you get to do something creative. Let me know in the comments if you want. I know y'all bitches be shy though. I know nobody comment on my videos. I just say that y'all are shy. Oh, I also learned from the book club that everything that you consume, this is his perspective, and I'm into it. I'm trying it on, is co-regulation. And so like you watching my video right now, we're co-regulating. Isn't that kind of cool? I think that's sick. Okay, happy co-regulating, happy creative journeys, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.